Okay. Wow. Wow. Ooh, man, with the nice vocals. Jeez, MOONBYUL got that part. I was not expecting her to get that part. Ooh, and they cut it. Oh. Arrow through straight. Oh. Oh. Death break. Yo, what the world? Who puts a death break at the end? Actually just one time but definitely after you see this video, it's gonna leave you saying like multiple times. Because Good morning everyone, it's Tony. So following up on their pre-release single, which they released earlier last month, titled Dingga Dinga, the ladies of Mamamoo are back with their 10th mini album titled Travel, with their comeback title track titled Aya. Very, very excited for this because it definitely shows, like from the teasers that I saw, a kind of like different type of vibe from them, a kind of like more Middle Eastern type of like exotic vibe. So I'm really, really excited to see this in contrast to Dingga Dinga. It's going to be really interesting to see because their Eye kind of show like us a very broad diversity in terms of that. And in terms of like releasing Dingga Dinga, there was that extended part at the very end of the music video that kind of like connects to this. So I'm very, very excited to see like where that story leads off to, because HWASA was kind of wear like an all like latex outfit. So I'm kind of curious about that. It's going to be very interesting. But yeah, if you want to go check out my reaction to Dingga Dinga, as well as like say Wanna Be Myself, or any like MOONBYUL's solo projects, or even Solar's, or even HWASA's, I'll leave it all linked in the description box in the Mamamoo playlist. Hopefully you guys could do check out a video, it'd be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's get into Aya by Mamamoo. This is going to be their comeback title track, as I mentioned, for their 10th mini album titled Travel. Jinbi, ready? She check. Alrighty, let's go. Aya, they look very hot. Wow. MOONBYUL be looking good. I like the blonde hair. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, HWASA though. HWASA be hitting different. So I like how Mamamoo always opens up their songs. It's kind of like very exotic. It's very like soft sounding, and then it's very smooth with Solar's opening, and it kind of sounds just very kind of like relaxing, soothing, and it kind of makes you like almost puts you to sleep in that like very sensual way, you know? I can't do the cat thing, so that's the closest you're gonna get to me saying. Ooh, I like the backdrops here are really, really nice. The backdrop so far, it's kind of like a safari, kind of like Middle Eastern kind of like vibe in the first one, or like at least jungle-ish. And then here we kind of get like more of a kind of like Egyptian style with like a lot of cat print, leopard print. That's pretty cool, really nice, and I really like the outfit. This is the outfit that we saw in the teaser. I'm curious as to how it kind of relates. Tooth. Oh, it's like the actual mouth of a oh, that's kind of clever. It forms like the mouth of a person. Hey, whenever you see MOONBYUL do this, she getting serious, man. That and if she's in a suit. But she's pretty looking very fire. She's my favorite, by the way. Just want to clarify that, which is pretty obvious. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. I really like the. Oh, okay, HWASA. Okay. I like the contrast. Oh, they're really building up. Oh. Okay. The whole flute. Wow, so now okay, Mulan style there. Damn, there's a lot to analyze right there. Wow. So they kind of really built it up, and I like how they kind of like slowly built it up, and then at the end they kind of come in, cut everything, and then just bring the flute in, and that's kind of like their bass drop. So I like how they're kind of like not using an EDM or electrical drop. They're kind of just relying on their instruments themselves that they've already established, but changing up in a different type of style, different type of beat, and I really like that. That's really cool. So it's kind of like building. It's cool. So you have the whole thing, and then you have like this water droplet effect, this bloop, and then it goes boom, 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 boom. So like you have the drums go dun, 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 dun. I like that. I like how they're kind of like building up into a drop and how they go about doing the drop. It's very kind of like unique. It still has like exoticness that I think they're trying to fulfill with this song and concept. So I like how they kind of like meshed everything together here. Yo, the dance, because there's more of a bassiness to it too, so it feels really just more like more strong, more powerful, this part. And then there's like this scene, it's like kind of like a Mulan scene by Solar. That's pretty cool. I really like everything that they've been doing so far. So, was that WHEEIN just now, or was that HWASA who did that last part, that B part? I don't know, but really nice. I like I mentioned this in Dingga Ding. I like the contrast between HWASA and WHEEIN because in particular they kind of have similar enough tones a bit that you can't really tell who it is, but then at the same time you can really clearly distinctify who is doing which part. So it like adds a different like sense to the voices that you get in those parts of this song in particular. Because you obviously have Solar, which is a very unique voice, and the same thing with MOONBYUL. So having like these two kind of like similar style voices in the same portions of the song kind of like adds a different dimension to the song, and always has you like wondering. It's like, oh, am I listening to WHEEIN? Am I listening to HWASA at some point? Oh my god. HWASA's like that. Let's go, MOONBYUL. I really like that. Even here, WHEEIN is having like a similar type of style of voice to Solar, which is a nice contrast also, because Solar has kind of like a soft, like kind of almost a bit of raspy tone to her, and WHEEIN is very smooth, but it sounded like almost HWASA there. So I like the contrast that you have in all of the singers, all of the vocalists, and then also MOONBYUL's parts, because there was a different tone when she's rapping, and that you can distinctly know that she's rapping. But I like how they're kind of like tailoring the song in that portion for her, so it's not just like trying to like fit her voice in for the sake of like getting her lines. It's also really nicely done. Did they purposely give Solar like a unibrow? I really do hope that this was purposely done. HWASA be looking hot. WHEEIN too. I feel like in the pre-chorus you hear a lot more of the guitar than you do in everything else. I think that's the main difference, that thing that's standing out in the entire part for the pre-chorus to me. That's maybe why it feels a bit more exotic than the other portions of the verses. There's like this squishy noise almost, like, you know when you have like water in your shoes, they have like that squishy noise I just heard in the chorus actually. Yeah, it's like a squishy noise. Interesting. That's so interesting. It's like really reinforcing the idea of like the water at the same time, the water droplet, and now you have like a squishy water noise effect. I didn't notice that at first. I like how they're kind of like reinforcing certain sounds by kind of like changing up the sound, but at the same time having it still be there at the same time. So you have like water, and then you're kind of like reinforcing that with water in the chorus as well. They're so good looking. like this. There's a like slower bit. You really get the guitar here. Wow. Wow. Ooh, with the nice vocals. Jeez, MOONBYUL got that part. I was not expecting her to get that part. That was really nice, especially because her voice is a bit deeper in tone in contrast to like all of the members, maybe not Solar's. But it's really nice because it's not something I was expecting. I was honestly expecting either WHEEIN, Solar, or HWASA to say this last part, but she kind of came in, and I like how they're kind of like diversifying. And WHEEIN got a nice high note here too. Really nice visual. Yeah, she has like a little high note right there. Ooh, and they cut it. Oh. Arrow through straight. Oh. Death break. Yo, what the world? Who puts a death break at the end? Happy ending. Okay, destroy everything. What? Jeez, man, what? Wow, actually just one time but definitely after you see this video, it's gonna leave you saying like multiple times, because wow, what did I just watch? This is absolutely crazy, man. I really like the overall tone, the overall instrumentality of this entire song, and don't get me started on the visuals. The visuals be wow, but just wow, man, it was really good. I loved how they went about making this song. It's very kind of like exotic at the same time as sounding like kind of just a regular Mamamoo song as to what I know from them. It's really nice, and I love this direction. It's very poppy, but at the same time it's very unique. So you have opening, which is kind of like very slow, very much them. It has like this deeper tone with Solar starting off very slower, much slower than any other opening. But then you get in, it starts building up its pace, building, and then you got boom, and then you go bloop, and then you get the chorus, which has like a nice kind of like bam 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 bassiness to it, and then it has like this deep tone to it. But then after that, you always come back to the combo of either HWASA, WHEEIN, and Solar that just like intermingle between one another. And I love how like WHEEIN is kind of like that bridge between HWASA and Solar. Her voice is like the middle ground in between both, so it's an easy bridge into fixing anybody who's like going one after another. So I really like that, and she has some really nice high notes there. And then incorporating MOONBYUL is kind of like always a special like portion of the song, because it doesn't sound like she has a lot of portions, but wherever she does play into, it feels like it fits perfectly, because the song changes specifically to suit her voice and suit her tone of like style of rapping, which is really, I can't say like much more about that, because I absolutely love MOONBYUL whenever she does perform, and I feel like every part she does do is really killing it. So granted, it's not a lot, but it's really nice part, so I like that. And overall, this song is really nice. HWASA do be killing it. HWASA got that like grittiness in this comeback. I really like it, because it has like that influence of like a sensualness to it, which she always brings to the table. So she really killed it with that part. And I liked Solar and WHEEIN's parts also. They all be looking beautiful, and I really can't say much more. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. As I mentioned, if you want, I'll leave in the link in the description, as well as the playlist, the Mamamoo playlist for you guys. Hopefully you guys can check out a video. Be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, this has been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. 눈물이 뚝 떨어진다.